everyone, welcome to the Generic Happy YouTube channel. Today, as you guys have probably seen in the, I guess, not really the news, but like on Twitter and on social media, I guess, there is a Pokemon Presents tomorrow on February 26th. So that's tomorrow, today, like now, but obviously it might not be tomorrow for some of you that are watching this in the future or watching it like tomorrow on the 26th or 27th, depending where you are. But yeah, Boom Presents. So I figured I could do some predictions just to talk about what we could see tomorrow. Um, it's been confirmed that it is around 20 minutes, so that's some good amount of time to show off some stuff. They could show off. Um, the first Pokemon Presents was around 20 minutes, and that showed off a couple spin-offs on mobile. Um, they had a portion of it on the DLC, on Mega Evolution and Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Snap. I think those are the couple main things, and like the Zero Hour event. So I think that was just the main things they showed off, with still time at the end to talk about how the week after that there'll be another presents on Pokemon Unite. So I think that they will. This is how I think it will go. I think there'll be one mainline game if it is a Let's Go or a Diamond and Pearl remake. I don't think Diamond and Pearl remake would be in Let's Go style. I think those would be two different games if they were to talk about them. Um, but I think they're going to talk about their two big two big side games, being with Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Snap. They'll probably reveal some characters from Pokemon Unite, and then show off like actual like live gameplay from Pokemon Snap, and then they will show off one new spin. I think. Well, there's a lot they can actually do, but I think they'll show off one spin-off, like one new spin-off today or tomorrow. Depending on what that would be, it could be a remake of an old Mystery Dungeon game like they did last year, or it could be a remake of, who knows, Pokemon Ranger, um, Pokemon Conquest, maybe a Conquest 2, something to do with that would be cool. And then I think they'll probably talk about some other things. They do like merchandise and Pokemon Go. If they want to talk about Pokemon Go again, they can talk about Pokemon Go. But yeah, you see, this is like a little more laid back predictions video. So yeah, when it comes to I've already brought up my predictions for like Pokemon Unite, but I think they'll just show up some new characters. Maybe they'll do a little bit of gameplay, being that they're like starting to do betas now. I'm not really sure how far like in depth they would go with gameplay, because people are starting to like actually play the game now. So, and I'm sure like the beta will eventually come to the United States. I think it just came to Canada, so it's making its way around the world. So I think they'll just show off maybe a couple new characters. I'm not really sure if they show like the gacha elements for the actual like skins in the game, but they can. It's definitely gonna be there. It's been pointed out online that the reason why this is a Pokemon Presents and not a Pokemon Direct is because there's gonna be games outside of just Nintendo, like Nintendo Switch games in this Direct. People were talking about how it'd be Pokemon Unite. I'm like with Pokemon Unite, that's on mobile and on Switch. And I think maybe I'll be on PC, but I could be wrong about that. I don't think actually maybe I might not be on PC. But yeah. So I think that's why people are saying it's named a present and not a direct. I think from here on out we're probably gonna see more presents than directs. Just because I think Pokemon Company has a lot to talk about, and it's not just gonna be Nintendo games anymore. Obviously they'll probably have like a couple Nintendo games per direct, but that's besides the point. So I just want to get that out of the way, because that's something I realized today. Or Sarah B. Joe Max was saying that. I think. Yeah, and then like I said, Pokemon Snap. I think this will be the first like gameplay reveal. So they'll probably show like maybe not a whole level, but a half a level of just driving around, taking pictures of Pokemon. Um, Obviously, it's not a remake; it's a sequel to a much older game. So there's probably people that will tune into the Presents tomorrow that's never seen what Pokemon Snap is before. So they'll probably want to show it off, like what it actually is for those kind of people. For those people, um, there's been talks about Detective Pikachu 2 showing up tomorrow, or Detective Pikachu. They never really call it 2, but Detective Pikachu for Nintendo Switch showing up tomorrow. I'm not really sure how far along that game is. It might be actually be finished because they announced it. I think either two, like in May of 2019 or May of 2018. If it was 2018, then that would be a consequential. I think it was May 2019 because when Detective Pikachu the movie came out. So they might show that off tomorrow, whatever it is. If it's just the main game with like a couple extra levels or story elements, or if it's actually a whole new game. I think we'll find that out. I think we might find that out tomorrow. I think Pokemon Unite and Pokemon Snap are locks. I think Detective Pikachu is very likely, but I can't call it a lock because this is the Pokemon Company, so they may favor another spin-off for this one. Um, if they have a new game to show off, like for example, and it's coming out this year. If Detective Pikachu 2 is not coming out this year, then I don't think they might not show it off, and they might show off another spin-off that's coming out this year. Um, for example, people were talking about Pokemon Ranger. I would love to see Pokemon Ranger on Switch. I think that'd be kind of cool. Since that's kind of like how the anime went, because you wouldn't have the touch screen. You would have to use your Joy-Con, or I guess the Remote Controller as well would work. But I think a Joy-Con would be cooler, and they could probably like release like an attachment to the Joy-Con to make it like more like the tool that they use in Pokemon Ranger. You can like actually act that out, but I'm not really sure how that would work. That's more like I guess that's more like thinking about it than or wishful thinking than actually knowing how that would work as a concept on the Nintendo Switch. But I think that'd be kind of cool. Um, though I think maybe if there were ever be a Pokemon Ranger on a home console, I think it probably would have been the Wii or the Wii U era, because that because that same mechanic would probably be what's on those consoles. But who knows? Maybe if you're playing in handheld mode, you can use like you can swirl on the actual screen with a stylus or a finger, whatever it may be. I think that'd be kind of cool. It could be a remake, or it could be a whole new game. Pokemon Ranger series. I think it's when I'm talking about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I'm not really sure if they would do another one this year, like so quickly after Rescue Team DX just came out, or it came out a year ago. But I'm not sure how quickly they would actually turn back and just do another one, especially since that means this one would have been in development with Rescue Team DX. So I don't think we'll see Mystery Dungeon tomorrow, especially not a remake, unless they're using the same engine and they can do that quickly. And then there's a couple other like spin-offs that they can do. That are like bigger. They can obviously do like any kind of spin-off they want. They can do an Art Academy for all we know. But there's a couple of spin-offs they could do. Pokemon Dash 2. I doubt they would, but that's something they can do. With the mechanics on the Switch, or they can do another Rumble game. I think that'd be kind of cool. Or they can have Pokemon. There's so many things they can have Pokemon 2 tomorrow. They can show off. They can show off other. They can show off what I would probably want, being a Pokemon Conquest. um, either remake or port, not port, remake or new game on Nintendo Switch that would kind of be like Pokemon. I mean, not Pokemon. It would kind of be like Fire Emblem, um, like the more art, the art style of it. Because I feel like it's been nearly a decade since Conquest came out, or maybe yeah, it's been close to a decade. I think it'd be a year next year. I mean, I think it'd be a decade next year. So, um, I think that'd be kind of cool if they could do that. And make it like in the Fire Emblem style. Obviously, that's probably be more difficult than it sounds. Uh, so yeah. I'm sure I'm missing some other type of spin-offs. There's Trozy. I don't think they're gonna do a Trozy on Switch. That's more. That's definitely more of a. Well, you know what? They did show off a cafe mix that they are willing to make some like handheld based games that you can only play with the touchscreen. So it's even Pokemon Quest. That was more oriented for touchscreen play. So maybe we'll see Pokemon Ranger tomorrow. Um, Speaking of Pokemon Quest, we might see a sequel to that. Gen 2, maybe it's an update or a whole new game. Maybe if you bought the previous pack, or I don't know what it's called, like pass, I guess. They give you they give you like everything in the for like a discount price. Maybe if it's like $10 to upgrade to the Gen 2 mechanics. And then you can play for free, but that's something that we'll get into if it's actually shown tomorrow. Probably in a discussion video after the direct or after the presents on during tomorrow, late tomorrow, or during the weekend. If I do one after the, who knows? Um, but yeah, I mean, there's only a handful of games they can actually show off tomorrow. They aren't gonna show off in like 20 games tomorrow, one per minute. Um, there'll probably be a mobile game. There'll probably be Unite, Snap, and another spin-off. If that is Detective Pikachu 2 or another spin-off. And then, obviously, I think they would end it off with the mainline game. Build hype throughout the presents, and then present the mainline game that they have for this year. But before I get to that, they might show off some Pokemon Go updates. They'll probably show off some merchandise for the year. They'll probably preview the concert tomorrow with like a glimpse of a new song. I don't know they just released Post Malone song, but maybe like something that's gonna like a preview of what's gonna happen tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday for the concert. Maybe they'll show off some new Pokemon cards for the year. Who knows? There's a lot of ways they can go, direction wise with this type of percent because it is a Nintendo Direct, so they can talk about whatever they really feel. I think that's it for like the outside the mainline game. I think merchandise, yeah. I personally would love to see Gen 4 remakes tomorrow. Obviously, you never know until it's actually going to be revealed what it's going to be, so it could be anything. But yeah, I do feel like we'll see Gen 4 remakes tomorrow. I think Let's Go is a possibility, like Let's Go Johto or Let's Go Sinnoh. But I do think if they are gonna like do actual like Gen 4 games, I don't think they would do it in Let's Go style. I think it would actually be like a whole new game in the probably a certain Shield engine. When it comes to those remake, let me talk about Let's Go first because those aren't really gonna be as hard to talk about. Because it would be closer to an actual like those games would be very close to what the games were on the DS. Story wise, probably a little like a little more simplified, like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were. Stories, like I said, will probably be kind of similar. I don't know if in the Let's Go games they would do an Arceus like episode, so I'm not sure how they would handle that because Well, I guess they could, but that'd be kind of interesting because that means they'll probably do DLC for the game. For Let's Go, and I'm not sure how that would really go over with the fan base. Obviously, because I would buy it, but I'm not really sure like if they were to do DLC for a Let's Go game, how that would go over because most people are already buying the game and they're already buying probably the Pokeball accessory that would come with it. So that's kind of it's a kind of weird situation you can say, but they might do it like a mystery gift again instead of like doing DLC. They might do just a mystery gift if it's a Let's Go game for Arceus and Darkrai and Shaman, which is nobody's really talking about the Shaman stuff, which is kind of interesting. But that's I do think out of like the three main DLC, not DLC, the three main events that were happening during the Gen 4 era for Diamond and Pearl, and Platinum, I think obviously Arceus would be the one that they're most likely to do. But I do think at least one of those will actually make it into the main game, um, without being like a mystery gift or a DLC down the line. And I think that'll probably be the Shaman, whatever the Shaman episode kind of thing, um, or maybe Darkrai because Darkrai Cresselia. But I do think at least one of them is gonna make it in, maybe two. I'm kind of all three of them may make it in. It just depends, I guess, on if they're gonna do DLC down the line for either if it's a Let's Go game or a remake. But I think the Let's Go games are. It's possible if it's obviously Let's Go Johto, which is why I have a Marill in like the picture. Um, I think those will be very close to the remakes, Heart Gold Soul Silver, because they already set a really high bar. That I'm not really sure if they released games that like weren't even close to that bar, how that would really be received. So, yeah, because I mean, and that would be like interesting because they already have a good base in the Heart Gold Soul Silver. So, obviously not everything from those games will make it in, but I can definitely see them if it is Let's Go Johto doing a game that's closer to Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like I guess, like Fire Red and Leaf Green were kind of close to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Though those were yellow, always Pokemon Yellow. Anyways, um, I think the more quote unquote hype worthy game would probably be the Diamond and Pearl remakes, like Gen 4, like straight remakes in the Sword and Shield engine. And for that, I think those are going to be those are going to be revamped. Unlike a Let's Go Sona game, this would probably have the wild area, and you will probably see Pokemon in the wild, like you did in Sword and Shield. Pokemon following you probably will return, um, because I think that's if they have that in the DLC for Sword and Shield, I don't know why they would cut it because they already have a base for it. And they just need to improve it, make Pokemon go faster, or just keep them consistently behind you, really, which would be cool. Um, I speaking, I'm not gonna speak like too much on the National Dex situation with any of this, but um, I do think this would complete the Pokedex for Gen 8. Um, there's like 400 or so Pokemon missing, 300, 400. I think this would complete it. I think most of the Pokemon would make it into the game, and then we would already have all the Pokemon from Sword and Shield. So, um, I think that's very likely that this will finish off the generation from new Pokemon for Pokemon to bring the National Dex back. Um, and then there'll probably be an update for Sword and Shield to have all of them in. And then speaking of like the possible, I don't think there'll be many story changes when it comes to actually the main story, but I think after the game finishes, there's gonna be a lot of different things that they can do. Obviously, they might do something with Giratina, since this is Diamond and Pearl remakes, and maybe they'll have Giratina as either, like they did in the original games for Platinum, in like in the at the near the end of the story, or they might push out like a different episode at the end of the games for post game. Um, the obviously when it comes to, like the Regis, I think that'd be kind of cool because you obviously have to get all three Rock, Ice, and Steel, and then probably Lucky and Draco. to unlock Regigigas, and I think that'd be kind of cool in the way that it'll be reminiscent. But I'm not really sure how people feel about that because to get Drago or Lucky, you have to really only get one right now. If you only have one game, so you'd have to like, ask somebody for their other one, and I mean that's kind of what Pokemon's like does. So I wouldn't put it past them, but they might just put it back to where all you need is the original three to get Regigigas. Um, Now I personally never really had an issue with the Diamond and Pearl engine. I mean not Diamond and Pearl, the Sword and Shield engine. Obviously, it had its flaws. It wasn't like the greatest looking game, and it definitely had issues. But I do think that it if they refined it and they went back and reworked it for Diamond and Pearl, I think that would be a pretty good engine to have the games run in. Especially like if they run a little better in the wild area, and it's like more refined. Yeah. Obviously, whatever mainline game they announced this to tomorrow is gonna come out in November. And then so that'll be Nintendo's probably big game in the holidays, like most years. Um, but yeah, I mean that's kind of all I have. I wanted to just talk a little bit about what we could see tomorrow. But if you guys have any predictions, you guys can leave them down in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Um, I'm not sure if I'll stream the actual presents tomorrow. I might just record my reaction to it and then upload it later tomorrow or later this weekend. Depends on just how everything is going. But yeah, if I do stream it, there'll probably be like a stream announcement early in the morning. Probably like around like 9:30, just like saying like, I know if I'm like on my phone, it says like it gives me like a notification saying, so and so is going live in so and so minutes. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. Diamond Pearl remakes tomorrow. Hello everyone, welcome to the Generic Happy YouTube channel.